What some people don't know about me is that I was the first vegan bodybuilder who squatted 315 pounds and benched 235 pounds, all animal-free. And I did all this being a vegan.
The Crosby Family, icons of compassion, conviction, and faith. Continue watching to find out more.
Welcome to part 1 of our two-part series featuring the Crosby Family, icons of compassion, conviction, and faith. On today's episode, we meet Dr. Spice Williams Crosby, an award-winning American actress, professional stuntwoman, and martial arts expert with a PhD in natural health sciences. As we begin, Spice shares how she discovered her life mission during a near-death experience which led her to the spiritual path.
At 18 years old, I got into a car accident, and I was thrown out of the car. I rolled around in traffic, and when they picked me up and I went into the operating table, they claimed they were losing me, and I heard them say that, and I felt a heavy feeling on my chest. And then suddenly I felt myself peel out of my body, and I looked up, and there I was, looking down at my body, thinking, cool, how interesting. No sadness, no happiness, just interesting. And I thought, oh, I could get a better look over there, and I was there, realizing that there's no shape, no form, we're just energy. And so as I was looking at everybody panicking, trying to save my life, I felt this little bit of a tug, a suction-like feeling. As I started to move, colors started to swirl, and I went through this gray mass of air and this bright, huge light, and a voice telepathically said, you're not going to die, you're out of your body because you're going to be in a lot of pain, but you're not going to die because you have something very important to do.
After an arduous and painful recovery, Spice began her career in the arts. She has a twin sister named Jackie, who also shared her passion for both music and performing, and this led to their first opportunity for work.
My twin sister and I were always performing, and then I got a call one day to go on the road as a musician, and they were looking for two twins that could sing and dance in a group. My twin sister sang and played really great guitar, and I was on the piano doing all the wild and crazy numbers. That's why they said, oh, you're the spicy one. But the arts have always been in my soul.
For the next 7 years, Spice traveled and sang with the Sugar and Spice Band, but life on the road took its toll and she became addicted to both drugs and alcohol. One day, in desperation, she reached out to God.
And by 1977, September 19th, I had my third drug and alcohol overdose. And on the third day of that comatose state, I crawled out of the bed, through the living room, into the kitchen, pulled myself up on the stove, looked up into the air vent where I knew God lived for that moment. And I said, what were you trying to tell me 7 years ago? That whole thing, I had something important to do. And then a voice came out of me, a voice that, for those who have ever heard this sobering voice, you know what I'm talking about. It is your soul, it is yourself, it is the truth, and my voice of who I really am as Spirit said, okay, God, here's the deal. You help me turn my life around, I swear I'll be an image that changes the world. And at that point, I started searching. I put my medical blinders off. I went into holistic, homeopathic. I went to a chiropractor. I started changing my life around, changing my diet, and hoping to spiritually arrive. I arose. I became, in my search, what I am today.
True to her promise to God, Spice did turn her life around. She adopted a compassionate, noble vegan lifestyle and began a strenuous regime of martial arts training and bodybuilding. Over time, she became a professional stuntwoman and a highly successful actress. She then wanted to share her story and inspire others to change.
I was doing a TV show called Getting Physical, and it was the very first time they were starting to show women bodybuilders. And they were interviewing everybody. And I said, hey, you want to interview me? Because I used to be really fat, and I became a vegan. I used to do drugs. I'm really clean. They weren't interested. They were interested in the other stars of the show. I was kind of disappointed. I thought, I need to tell my story, because I promised God I would become an image that would change the world. And here I am. I'm co-starring in a very hip show. I wish I could get it out. And the next day, you see, be careful what you ask for, you will get it. Because we spiritually manifest. Energy is energy. You know, it's either good or it's bad. And if you spiritually manifest for the good, it'll come to you. The next day I got a phone call from a gentleman that said, hello, are you Spice? And I said, yes. He said, I'm Paul Obless. I said, okay. He goes, I'm the editor and chief writer for Vegetarian Times. We'd like to do your life story, and we want to put you on the cover. And that started, I've been in over 100 magazines, and I've been able to tell my story, and every time I tell my story and let people know that you can turn it around just one step at a time. A long journey begins with one step. And I've got letters and phone calls, and pretty soon it was, me helping other people.
We will pause for an important message and then soon return. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back, enchanting viewers. Thank you for your focus on all things good and constructive around us.
A vegan diet will transform your life, it will transform your body, and you will enjoy optimal health. So I'm belted, I have 3 black belts. I'm belted in Arju Kempo. It involves grappling, kickboxing, boxing, traditional kata, and self-defense. I'm belted in Eskrima. My style is 12 pares from the Philippines, Grandmaster Kokoy Cañete. My styles, you have to study them between 10 and 15 years before you'll be belted. It's not something where you pay some guy $2,500 and you get a black belt in 2 years. My other style that I'm belted in is called Israeli Kapap, Krav Panina Panin. I was also belted in, I don't have a black belt, but I was belted to brown in Hawaiian Kempo. But I've been studying the arts for many, many years. So, and that keeps me in shape.
Spice is widely recognized for her remarkable physical strength. She had the privilege of posing for a sculptor creating a 9-meter-tall statue representing world-class athletes.
It was just amazing. I'm so grateful for the things that have come my way. Who would think at 52 years old, I'd get a phone call to go see a man about a statue? And when I met this man, a very wonderful man, his name's John Hare, and he's a sculptor. And he was looking for the perfect woman that would be able to represent this look he had in mind. So I showed up and he goes, you're perfect. I had to get my head scanned, my body scanned. I had to stand in a certain way. So it was about 4 hours of work. And then eventually he sent me the grand opening. And I realized It is a 30-foot bronze statue of the four of us. I am the only female, and we represent the past, present, and future female, male and female Olympians and Pan American Game athletes. We are holding the world up, and it is in front of the U.S. Olympic Training Center, and it is the most magnificent honor. And so here I was, 52 years old, a vegan, chosen to represent these great athletes.
Spice continually sets an excellent example for others, spiritually, mentally, and physically. She is grateful for her strong, healthy body.
I also believe that this envelope of flesh, that is a gift that I chose to incarnate into, I have a responsibility to keep it healthy in order for me to stay connected with God. And when you're sick and you're not feeling healthy, it's really hard to stay connected.
On today's program, we meet the rest of this multi-talented, compassionate family. Spice's husband, Mr. Gregory Crosby, and their handsome son, Luke. Gregory Crosby's passion for the arts began in childhood, inspired by his grandfather, legendary singer, comedian and actor, Mr. Bing Crosby. After studying law, Gregory formed a production company with his lifelong friend Desi Arnaz Jr., later becoming vice president of production for Sandy Howard Productions. Writing is where multi-talented Gregory finds the greatest joy. He says, "God knows how much I love writing. It's been my passion since I was a little boy. I remember when my childhood friends were glued to their TV sets every day, I was busy writing short stories. It's truly my passion in life, and more than likely I'll be writing stories until the day I die." Over the years, Mr. Crosby has written 25 screenplays, 10 treatments for TV shows, TV movies, feature films, and 5 television Bibles, or documents providing detailed descriptions of characters, settings, and other elements of a project. Gregory is also a member of the highly prestigious Writers Guild of America. Mr. Crosby has developed film and television projects for such Hollywood notables as John Travolta, Lucille Ball, Dale Pollock, Mel Gibson, Donald Petrie, and Martha Coolidge. In fact, it was while working on a television series that he met his future wife, Spice.
I was developing a show for CBS about a superhero and a woman who I felt needed physicality, like muscles and stuff, and so I had interviewed quite a few bodybuilders, female bodybuilders, but they couldn't act. And then Spice walked in, and she had been trained as a professional actress, and she had the physicality and the look, and she was perfect. So that's how we met. It was actually, she came in to read for me.
Deeply devoted to God, Gregory is a producer of faith-based films. About 20 years ago, Mr. Crosby heard the true story about an American soldier named Desmond Doss. Gregory states, "What an inspiring man Desmond was. A real superhero. A man who refused to kill or even touch a gun for that matter, even during boot camp. He was beat down, made fun of, and treated like a coward, but he didn't care. It was between him and God, and he was determined to serve his country his way and not give up." As incredible as it sounds, Desmond was able to save over 75 lives in the Battle of Okinawa using faith as his only weapon. Gregory was determined to make this inspiring story into a movie and spent more than 15 years bringing the project into fruition. His perseverance paid off, and Gregory went on to write the treatment and co-produce the award-winning feature film Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge met with international acclaim. At the 2017 Academy Awards, the film won 2 Oscars and was nominated for 4 others, including Best Picture. Mr. Crosby is also the co-author of the book The Birth of Hacksaw Ridge: How It All Began, the true story about the early years and deep faith of Desmond Doss. Gregory Crosby is the founder and CEO of Make Believe Entertainment, a company dedicated to producing inspirational films. One of its first movies was Duke, a touching tribute to the American acting icon John Wayne. Starring Spice Williams Crosby and written and co-produced by Gregory Crosby, Duke won international acclaim and received the Award of Excellence at the 2016 Best Shorts competition in California, USA. Duke also garnered Spice Williams Crosby the Best Actress Award at the 2016 LA Shorts competition. Longtime vegans Gregory and Spice also co-founded Spice of Life, a company distributing delicious vegan dried meats and jerky. We will pause now for a positive message and return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back, loving viewers. Let's now meet the youngest member of this remarkable family, Luke Gregory Crosby. Like his parents, Luke is passionate about the entertainment world and is a professional stuntman, writer, and actor. Being vegan since birth, he keeps himself in top condition through martial arts practice and holds a black belt in Ajun Kanpo. Spice and Gregory are very proud of their handsome, talented son. Spice shares with us the special meaning of his name.
And when Luke was born, he was the love of our life. And Luke means the bearer, the bringer of light. And then I went, oh, well, if I'm gonna have a kid now, I have to do it my way. So, Izzy, no vaccines. He will be a vegan. He will learn to cook.
Spice, Gregory, and Luke maintain vibrant health by eating only nutritious vegan foods. During an earlier interview when Luke was a teenager, we visited their home during breakfast time.
These are walnuts, and they've been soaked overnight because there's enzyme inhibitors inside nuts. If you leave a nut on a table and walk away, come back in a year, you'll still have a nut. But if you put it in water, it releases the enzyme inhibitors and it allows it to sprout. That makes it live, living food. This is live, living, fresh protein right here. This is the good stuff with omega oils. And then I combine that. We're gonna have organic pears and organic oranges today.
Right now?
Uh-huh.
I love it.
There you go.
Great. Thank you.
Luke! Lukey! Okay, so let's see. Oh, let me see.
Luke, inside,
Nothing like God's fruit. Oh my God. That is good. That's a meal. That's breakfast. Our kitchen is animal-free, vegan-friendly, but safe to all people that come here. We don't have chemicals. We don't have anything that would hurt you, because this is our home. This is our haven. And people that come in here should, when they leave, they always feel good. They don't know why, because we always give them food full of energy, full of life.
As a young adult, Luke is gaining recognition as an actor and has already appeared in several films. He was featured in the 2016 film Maximum Ride, the story of the extraordinary experiences of 6 DNA-enhanced youth who have the ability to fly. Luke was also in the 2018 film Astro, the story of a billionaire's private space exploration program. More recently, through make-believe entertainment, Luke joined the rest of the Crosby family to create an inspiring film, Talk to the Animals. Produced by Gregory Crosby and starring both Luke and Spice, the film tells a story about communing with nature and animals as a way to grow closer to God. In 2008, Luke spoke to Supreme Master Ching during a climate change conference in West Hollywood, California, USA. Then, on October 1st, 2019, he met Master in person when Luke and his mother attended the Friends of Eternity celebration in the New Land Ashram in Taiwan, or Formosa. The two shared some happy moments together.
Supreme Master, you, since I was 13 when I first met you, you become an idol, and you're constant. Well, as a child that grew up with type 1 diabetes and with certain health elements, realizing that veganism truly has a power not only with your body but spiritually, and that's healing. And because of that, my health has been perfect ever since.
Wow.
So
I'm so glad.
Thank you for everything.
I remember when I first saw him on TV, when you tell us how to eat breakfast. I saw you just give a few nuts in the bowl, and then you give it to your son. Also, I said, wow, such a son. He eats anything.
I had to get big.
And then he got big. At that time, I remember he wears such a small, I think he borrowed from you something, a tank top.
My father's.
Oh, thank you for coming. Yeah. You look like a knight.
I try to be.
One of the musketeers.
For the animals.
Yes, good. Thank you.
Vegan his whole life.
Yes? Yeah, I remember.
40 years vegan for me.
I remember.
24 years for him.
Yeah,
My husband, 30.
Spice, Gregory, and Luke Crosby, thank you for being such wonderful role models, icons of compassion, conviction and faith, and an inspiration to all. May the divine bless you abundantly, and we wish you every success in the future. In closing, the Crosby family has one final wish to share with our worldwide audience.
Be veg.
Go green.
To save the planet.
For more information on the Crosby family, please visit the following websites: Spice Williams Crosby, spicewilliams-crosby.com, and spice-of-life.com. Gregory Crosby, make-believeentertainment.com/about. Luke Crosby. Search Luke Gregory Crosby on imdb.com. Cherished viewers, thank you for your company today. May you feel the love of the divine through the wonders around you.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VE.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VE.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/VE.
ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਨੇਕ ਭਾਸ਼ਾਵਾਂ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇਖੋ suprememastertv.com/schedule ਅਤੇ suprememastertv.com/VE